Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, yesterday Canada announced a major public policy where around 90,000 people can get permanent residence. So one of the eligible groups of the people, those who qualify under, is the people who have got recent credential from a Canadian post-secondary institution. So a lot of questions were raised like what should be the language criteria and anything else. So that is why what I am doing here in this video is I am including this detailed public policy notification where you can get answer to all the questions, and I'm going to include the link in the description as well so that you can go ahead and review it yourself. Alright, the background has given why. Now consideration, like you can always read about it, but we will go into the main area for these people, those who have got recent credential from Canadian post-secondary institution. Eligibility to principal applicants. The foreign national must have completed prior to the date on which application for permanent residence is received and no earlier than Jan 2017. So that means those who are currently studying are not qualified because it says that must have completed. So you must have completed and not before Jan 2017. So those who have completed in 2016 and all, they don't qualify. Alright. A program of study at one of the following designated learning institutions in Canada as defined in. Okay. Now let's say, and remember, this is for outside of Quebec, that is included in title also. So those who have studied in Quebec, they don't fall under this section. Okay, that I am covering in this video. So a public post-secondary institution such as a college, trade, university. Okay, in the title they have written Quebec and there they are not in Quebec and there they have written Quebec. I don't know. Okay, but this is like a designated learning institution. Yeah, so that's fine. A private or public post-secondary institution in Quebec offering, okay, by a provincial status to confer degrees under provincial law only if the program is authorized by the province. Okay, fine. Have been granted one of the following credentials. Yeah, this is one of the most important question, like what credentials are actually eligible. So a degree, associate degree, bachelor's degree, master degree or doctorate, PhD, wow, must be a degree issued on completion of a program of at least 8 months in duration. So 6 months courses, 5 months courses, they don't qualify. And one of the things, a degree, diploma, credential, association issued or complete program of any duration leading to an occupation in skill trade. Wait, so if you have got a skill trade, then this 8 months duration criteria don't apply. In fact, any of these. So let's read through all and then discuss, because otherwise we'll keep on conflicting. One or more diploma, certificate, attestation where the following conditions are met. Must be 8 months and the combined length of credential must be equivalent. Okay, fine. For DVS and AVS, 1800 hours. Perfect. For greater clarity, each combined credential must meet the eligible program requirement defined in A. Okay. Including the completion no earlier than Jan 2017. Okay, so that means Jan 27 is like a big deadline. Have been authorized pursuant to Act of Regulation to study throughout their education in Canada. Okay. Be employed in Canada with a valid permit. Okay, now let's read this. Be employed in Canada with a valid permit or authorization to work pursuant at the time of application of permanent residence is received and must not be self-employed unless working as a medical doctor in a fee for service agreement with a health authority. So guys, so first of all, at the time of application you have to be employed and not self-employed unless working as a medical doctor in a fee for service arrangement. Must meet the definition of subsection 73(2) of regulations. Okay. Have attained a level of proficiency of at least benchmark 5 in either official language of each of 4 language skills set out in Canadian language benchmark. Okay, this must be demonstrated by the result of an evaluation by an organization or institution designed by the minister for the purpose of evaluating language proficiency, and the evaluation must be less than 2 years old when the permanent residence application is received. So guys, if you need IELTS, go ahead and do it right away. Okay, if you don't have a score of IELTS, go ahead and do it right away in order to prove it. And other exam, like whatever they accept. Reside in Canada with valid temporary residence or be eligible to restore their status, and be physically present in Canada at the time of application for citizenship and when the application is approved. So guys, maintaining your status is equally important. Intend to reside in a province or territory other than Quebec. Have submitted an application for permanent residence using the forms provided by department for this public policy, and which must include at the time of application all proof necessary to satisfy the satisfying officer that the applicant meets the conditions. Okay, except the equivalence to demonstrate physical presence in Canada at the time of application approval. Okay, of course. Oh, I click sometimes very fast. Have submitted an application for permission using the forms provided to this public policy, which must include at a time of application all proof necessary to satisfy, okay, meets the condition, eligibility requirement of the public, accept the evidence. Okay, submitted their application under this policy using electronic means, apply online. Alright, maybe it may just online. For national who because of a disability are unable to meet the requirement to make an application, submit a document by electronic means may submit this application. Okay, fine, by on paper. So mostly online. If you have a disability and you cannot, then any other mean that is available or specified by the minister. Okay, and you should not be inadmissible. While all documentation necessary to assess whether a foreign national meets the condition of this public policy must be included at the time of application, officer retain discretion to request additional. Okay, that happens in every case. Even for visitor visa they can ask you to submit additional documents. Nothing is new about that. Okay, now more questions like, can you include your family members? So there they have put two sections, in Canada or outside Canada, if they are in Canada or outside Canada. So let's say in Canada. In Canada, family members of principal applicant who applies for permission under this policy are eligible to be granted if they meet the following conditions. They are a foreign national in Canada. Of course, this section is for in Canada. The foreign national has been included as an accompanying family member in an application for residence by a principal applicant under this public policy. Yes, applying as a family. The foreign national meets the definition of a family member, of course. The foreign national is not inadmissible. The delegated officer determined that the principal applicant meets the condition eligibility requirement. Okay, so for those who are inside Canada as family members, it's simple, like these requirements apply to other processes as well. Now let's go for family members abroad. When processing an application for residence visa, delegated officers may grant an exemption from the requirements of regulation identified below when a foreign national meets the following conditions. Okay, residing overseas has been included as an accompanying family member in the application. Okay, of course. Definition they meet is not inadmissible, and principal applicant meets the criteria. But although these points are matching with this, they have written one more point, may grant an exemption from the requirements. Okay, so that they have given this. Oh, so now they have given the intake cap, maximum 40,000 applications. So guys, go hurry up, get your paperwork done. If you need IELTS exam and all, you should get it fast. Fee, so your permission fee writer. Okay, start and end date, this will start on May 6 and will end on November 5, or once 40,000 applications have been received, whichever comes first. Okay guys, so you be ready, do it fast. Okay, so I'll make other videos about other programs also, but for recent credential from a Canadian post-secondary institution, this is the criteria. I'm going to include the link in the description so that you can read it yourself. Thanks for watching.